Scorpio, welcome to Lily Light Tarot. Let's take a look at what is coming towards you, changes you may experience, people you may encounter, but most importantly, the purpose of the situation you're currently dealing with and what you need to know. All right, Scorpio, so we are looking at Five of Cups. We see the 10 of Pentacles peeking through with the 10 of Swords. And then let's do the Two of Pentacles. Okay, let's get some clarifiers here for you. But Scorpio, feel free to like this video so that way it saves in your YouTube history so you can refer back to this message and see all the messages that resonate with you. So I'm pulling different energies as you're all different personality types with different life purpose and interests. But first off, let's take a look at your Five of Cups with the Page of Cups. Okay, so there's this disappointment that you are feeling or that you have recently came across, and this disappointment is something you kind of heavily invested in emotionally. You were so kind of wrapped up into this, Scorpio, but what you don't realize is that you still have these two cups above you. So let's get some clarifiers and see what this is all about and what message you need to know about this. But it's just showing, basically with that Page of Cups, that there is some other news coming in, some communication. Looks like multiple communications from different sources, so, or different ways of communication is coming in. So let's see here. Father of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so Scorpio, what this is saying here is this communication that is going to be coming in, it looks like it's something that is going to be worth your while. It's going to be worth looking into or worth your time and your energy. So instead of focusing on these cups that have spilled over, or basically something that has proven itself not to be a part of your path, don't worry, because you still have these two grand cups right next to you. You know, you're crying over spilled milk here. You're crying over this milk, but what you have above you is water. Okay, it's more nourishing, it's more valuable, and you can reuse that water to plant better resources. You can't plant your seeds with spoiled milk, basically. And you're going to realize that what did not come to be is playing out for your better path, because what is coming across is going to be a lot better. And we see their satisfaction here too. It's like, okay, this is better than I imagined. So we see there's other opportunities, other options for you to choose from. And the Father of Wands, he's also representing the King for this particular deck. But the King of Wands, this is like saying be flexible with your approach. You know, with your idea. Yes, it is, your mind's eye is intuitive, it's creative, so you should be as well. So be open to how communication comes, or be open to other possibilities, especially if you are kind of saddened by this loss or this detachment. Know that there is something growing in the background. There is something that is closer than you think. Okay, and this is really exciting times because these two pair very well together. You know, the Page of Cups too, when we see this coming up, some of you are going to be getting that communication that you thought was lost, or you thought you weren't going to hear from. So kind of keep out a lookout for that, because as I was feeling this Six of Pentacles, this energy is almost like a sprout. It's sprouted out. You know, you planted the seeds a while ago, but now they're coming out to bloom. So this communication may be out of the blue. And you're kind of like, oh, wow, this is a pleasant surprise. So the Page of Cups is a pleasant news, pleasant surprise coming in. But or email, okay? And just be open to different opportunities that may be presented to you. So the 10 of Pentacles with the supporting energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, I like this for you because there is this great satisfaction in your lifestyle. Okay, let's see what this card flipped over. We see the 7 of Wands coming in, and this card. Ooh, we see the, okay, Father of Pentacles. So we're dealing already with 2 king energies. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Scorpio, just know that where you are being positioned or where you are going is going to lead to better satisfaction. We see that there is going to be a comfortable state or a comfortable area, position, job that you are going to be given. And it may require you to kind of, I don't want to say fight for it, but it may require you to firmly, push through. So if you are demanding, more pay or negotiating higher wages, or even just you being an entrepreneur, push for that asking price, push your product, or, make sure you're being seen. Essentially is what this energy is saying. Make sure that you can be seen. The Queen of Pentacles, she, in this particular reading for you, Scorpio, she's kind of humble, right? She doesn't like carry herself around and brags like, oh, I'm the queen, treat me right, I deserve everything. She's kind of like a humble queen. She's like, okay, I have money and wealth, but I don't really like to flaunt it. I'm still grounded. She's still grounded with the nature, with the surroundings, with the people. So while that is nice to kind of emanate and to carry within yourself, just remember that you still have to kind of defend yourself when people try to take advantage of you, okay? Because you are still the queen, you are still the king energy. So if you know your worth, ask for it. And that is what the 7 of Wands wants you to know. Make sure that you ask for it. Make sure that you are deserving of it, especially when we are looking at you planting yourself in a new surrounding, in a new home, area, environment, job, asking for a livable wage, asking for something that is going to make you comfortable, because where you are going to be, Scorpio, is going to be for the long haul. And we see that with the Father of Pentacles. The Father of Pentacles, he's all about like long-term investments, okay? He's all about long-term financial gain. So it's not like you're trying to flip this job real quick, or you're trying to, get into one relationship and the next. You want this to last for the long haul, right? So make sure that you are kind of sifting through and making sure that what you come across is worthy of your attention. And when you do find it, fight for it, okay? Fight for it, defend it, and make sure that you kind of are pushing through the competition in some way. Now we see the 10 of Swords. Ooh, 10 of Swords, but the Hermit. So this energy is, there is, I don't want to say a lesson to be learned here, Scorpio, but you're definitely going to see why things had to end, as we see that with the Hermit card and the Temperance, okay? So in due time, and connecting through the dots, you're going to see that you had to be detached from this situation in order to like rise above, to actually be separated from something that has been holding you back. You may not have realized that this situation has been kind of pinning you down emotionally. And that's possibly why we see there's a lot of hurt. Okay, you've invested so much of your time, your energy, your support, and you didn't think it was going to end this way. However, that's not to say that you didn't gain any experience from that. There's a lot to be learned from the situation, because now you are able to recognize the signs. And now that you've kind of been released and kind of free to be lifted up and out, the Hermit is coming in here as a representation of gained wisdom. But also through that wisdom, you are going to be coming across your truer path. All right, Scorpio, so keep an eye out for that. Even though it's step by step, you're going to see things revealing step by step. The whole journey is not going to be revealed, okay? That's why you don't see the whole Hermit. You just see, what you need to see at this time. But in time, things are going to be revealed and you're going to see exactly why this didn't work out. Because if all of that information came now, then it may affect how you pursue your next step. Okay, so it's almost like the guides, the universe, spirit is saying like, okay, what you need to see is what's happening tomorrow. And then you need to go through tomorrow. And then from tomorrow, what's going to happen the next day. Okay. So it's kind of like, I think of like entrepreneurs. If you knew, like from a fortune teller, if they said, hey, you know what, you're going to have $1 million in 6 months. How many of you would quit your job today if you knew you were going to be a millionaire in 6 months, right? You probably would. I know I would. However, that information, for example, would be withheld. Spirit is holding that information from you because if you were to quit your job because you knew you're a millionaire, what you didn't know was that job that you quit was going to lead you to be that millionaire. Okay. So if you knew everything right then and now, it may deter you from your truer purpose. So going back to that story, if you knew, or if you had not known about you being a millionaire, you would have stayed at your job, you would have worked the hours, put in the effort, but you know what? 6 months from now, you come across this client or this business opportunity that lands you that $1 million collaboration or that $1 million bonus or salary or, new career advancement. So there's a reason why you're put in a path and you are released to pursue that path, but you only see things bit by bit. Okay. So I hope that's making sense for you, Scorpio. So that's what this Temperance is representing. And the Mother of Swords, she's all about wisdom. She can see through the dark and she is supporting the decisions that she comes across. So as you are rising above, of course, it's natural to be hurt and set back from a situation, but you must rise above, just like the owl. The owl is sitting up from and kind of like positioning on the sword. So gain these experiences and move on. But also make sure that moving forward, you kind of speak up and speak your truth. Whether it is speaking up and defending yourself or speaking up again when it comes to like negotiations or business deals. But also having that energy of independence. When you speak up, stand up for yourself, letting people know that, hey, you don't need to lean on anyone because you have yourself. So sometimes, when people think you need them, that's when they take advantage of you, unfortunately. But for you, Scorpio, the Mother of Swords, she's coming in very, very strong and saying like, you know what? I don't need this. Okay, I don't need this pain. I don't need this hurt. I'm going to learn from it and move on. Sometimes it's best to be alone for a little bit for you to see clearer through the path ahead. It's easier for you to fly further when there's no one trying to trail behind you to keep you back. All right. So in closing, when we look at the Two of Pentacles with the Temperance, look at this. We look at double Temperance energy coming through. So we see that there are things that are, both of these women, they have something in each of their hands. So keep an eye out for that. All right, Scorpio, keep an eye out for things falling into your hand, falling into your lap, because it looks like you're going to be coming across some tools or resources again, day by day. So today you're going to come across some news or some communication. Then tomorrow you're going to come across, your training date. And then the next day, okay, your training guide, and then XYZ. Or when we look at businesses too, okay, now you know how to start a website. And then starting a website, you know how to do a newsletter. And then from the newsletter, you know how to, hire a marketing team. So this is showing that things are going to happen step by step. So wait for one to follow after the other. Okay. So put on your shoes. And then once you put on your shoes, then you know to walk. And then from walking, then you know to run. And then from running, you know to sprint. And then you can do the marathon. You can't just start the marathon without the right resources. Now, the Fool, I love this because you are going to be coming across a new journey. It is going to require you to, as I was talking about training too, some of you could be coming into this new training position, a new field, but you're definitely moving into better, happier days, because this Six of Swords here, there is a transition that's taking place here before you make that bold move. I mean, the Fool, it's all about being spontaneous and tapping into the unknown. Okay, especially when we look at the Six of Swords, you're coming out from the dark, seeing the light, the rainbow, but also making sure that you kind of wait for those proper steps. So if you are taking on a new opportunity, a new path, or even this new milestone in your life, try not to get ahead of yourself, because everything has to happen in balance. Because if you try to kind of rush the process, look in the background, we see it could lead to chaos. Okay, if you're trying to do things too swiftly with the boat, it could tip over. So make sure you are kind of like balancing everything in motion, kind of like her. She's kind of controlling the water too. Make sure you are balancing everything in that are in motion, so you don't tip over the boat, you don't get overwhelmed, you possibly don't lose your opportunity. And normally, speaking of boat, the Six of Swords, we see that as the boat in the other decks, but there is something that is taking place that is going to lead you to a deeper foundation. So I'm excited for you, Scorpio, because this is something that you needed to know at this time. And look at this, manifestations is coming through as your focus energy. So just know, okay, I love this manifestation energy because we already saw that here with the double pentacle energy. Not only the 10 of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles. So manifesting your ideal outcome, this job opportunity, career opportunity. We could even see this new way of life. Some of you are wanting to start this new journey in your path, but we see the resources are coming. Okay, don't try to jump ahead of the game. Don't take shortcuts, because it could lead to a longer road and possibly to more disappointment. So I'm excited to see what August is going to bring for you, Scorpio. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe for that. But until then, stay well and be blessed.